Hello, everyone. Welcome to Talking Reds. We are live and we are going to be doing our Premier League predictions and FA Cup predictions for this weekend because it is FA Cup weekend. I know we're out ages ago, but I still like to watch all football in general. I like to watch the whole Premier League. I like to watch the whole FA Cups as well. So we are going to predict as we do. No, usually every week. I've not been doing it as often recently, but predictions of the Premier League. We're going to talk about FPL players that we tip to go in your fancy Premier Leagues as well. The players to watch out for this weekend, and also the FA Cup as well with Crystal Palace, Aston Villa today, and Nottingham Forest against Manchester City tomorrow. Big games. It's a weekend where Liverpool can win the Premier League. Reece. A draw against Tottenham. That's all we need. A draw against Tottenham. And if there's ever a game, it would be nice if it was Man United. But if there's ever a game to confirm a Premier League title, it's Tottenham. It's got to
Well,
be because at the end of the day, they've got they're bad enough as it is, but they've got Europa League to concentrate on as well on Thursday. It makes it even better for us to go get a draw. That's all we need: a draw to beat Tottenham and win the Premier League. It's just this is a memento weekend. It's really strange. It's really strange because obviously the last time we won the Premier League, it was COVID. No one could see each other. No one could go out and celebrate properly. But this feels much better, much different. But yeah, we've got a game at 12:30, so that's why I'm on right now. Hopefully for about half an hour, 40 minutes ish. So let's get our predictions down. Me and Reece will go through the whole Premier League and also the FA Cup for this weekend as well. So I'm going to get matches up. Also, if you are watching live, make sure you get your predictions in the chat as well. Who do you think is going to win today? Who do you think is going to win tomorrow? Who do you think is going to go through to the FA Cup final? So it is Wembley this weekend because the semi-finals are at Wembley. So I've also got a whiteboard to write our predictions down as well. So we might go back over this, Reece, after the weekend. So I'm going to put your name down first. So the first match
cool.
this weekend is obviously the one in half an hour, Chelsea versus Everton. Write your name down first, Reece. And right. Chelsea versus Everton first, Reece.
Uh,
What do you think about that game?
I'm going for a draw, 1-1.
Draw 1-1.
I just think both teams are not in great. They're not in terrible form, but they're not in the best form either. And obviously, some people might think, yeah, Chelsea win. It's at Stamford Bridge, but they've been up and down. And Everton's another team who's up and down as well. I think they're the type of team that it's not an easy game. So yeah, I'm more going for a draw. I don't think it's going to be one of those easy, comfortable wins for me. So,
I can see that, between obviously Chelsea a bit off, aren't they? The really weird Chelsea at the moment. They don't know what to predict of them because they're still in that Champions League race. They've still got a good chance of getting Champions League.
Yeah,
but they've fallen off so bad that you can't really predict their games as such. And Everton, like you said, they've turned into a different team since David Moyes took over.
So yeah,
they're looking much better as a team. It's going to be it is an hard one to predict that. Chelsea being at home for me. Is that enough? I think obviously they've got more to play for, haven't they? That's the thing with Chelsea. They've got much more to play for than what Everton have. Everton not really not to play for other than pride. But they've not had really a lot to play for in general with Everton, but they still played well anyway.
And I just see it as even if they haven't got a lot, Moyes, he's still going to see it as he wants to get a result. He doesn't strike me as he's never struck me as that type of manager just because another team's got more on the line. Oh, we're just going to roll over. He always tries to make it difficult and wants to try and get a result. That's his standards.
That is a tricky one for me. 1-1 could be a good shout. You know what? That's a tricky one. I think Chelsea might just nick it.
I can understand that, but yeah.
I think Chelsea might nick it. Yeah, you're thinking like 1-1, but then if anyone nicks it, it's going to be Chelsea.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I think that could be it for me.
A 2-1, but more or less, yeah, 1-1. That's what I wouldn't be surprised if they won 2-1, but I don't think it's a comfortable win.
Yeah, like a late one. I think that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm gonna go Chelsea 2-1. I'm gonna go Chelsea 2-1, and it's gonna be a really nicked game. I think it's gonna be one of those scrappy games, but I think Chelsea just got too much talent. And when it's a scrappy game like that, you need someone to come up with the goods. And obviously, they've got like a Cole Palmer. I can come up with something from nothing. I think Neto's starting to find his feet a little bit now. I'm going to go Chelsea 2-1. Let's have a look at the team sheet. Let's have a look. Are they starting Jackson finally? Are they not bothering with him? Jackson up front, Madueke, Chelsea, Neto. Neto is playing. So I'm going to go Chelsea 2-1. I think Lavi and Enzo as a partnership in midfield. That's a decent midfield partnership. That
Lavia's fit, yeah. Okay.
Lavi Enzo centre mids, yeah.
Okay.
Madueke, Palmer, Neto. I said Neto. I thought Neto would start because he's playing well now. Yeah, 2-1 Chelsea for me. 1-1 for Reece. Next game. Well, as always on Premier League predictions, we always leave the Liverpool one to last because it's the main one for us. In terms of that, I'll leave the FA Cup one to last as well. So the next one is going to be Brighton West Ham today. West Ham have been very disappointing this season. They've got so many good players. They've got a better team than where they are. I think we saw against them last week. They can really play football. Like Kudus, like Bowen, very, very good players. The 17th.
That's
A shocking position for what talent they've got.
For a team,
Can they get out of Brighton though?
Team of West Ham's caliber, they shouldn't be 17th. But I'm gonna go 2-1 Brighton. Brighton's at home. I think Brighton's gonna edge it. They haven't been in the greatest form, but because they're at home as well, I just think they're gonna edge it.
Brighton will dominate. I think that's a certain. I think Brighton will dominate, but I think that plays into West Ham's hands. You know, it depends who West Ham play up front for me. And I said this last week I didn't do the preview for West Ham. The West Ham game 2 weeks ago, I did a preview for West Ham game. I said I'd rather them start Bowen up front because he's not a striker. I don't think like a striker. And all you got to do is bully Bowen off the ball. If it runs in behind, he can't really do all in terms of a striker position. And the wing is brilliant. But if they play Fulco up front, who's an actual striker, then that's where problems start causing. Because what Fulco can do is he holds the ball up and allows Kudus and Bowen or Piquet, whoever's on the wide position, to run in behind. That's where they cause problems. That's where I think West Ham can get a result today. And that could be probably my shock of the weekend, potentially. It's not really a shock normally, if that West Ham team's a good team. But in terms of where they are in the league and how good Brighton are, I'm going to go 1-1. So what do you say, 2-1 to Brighton?
2-1 to Brighton. That's
2-1 to Brighton. I'm going to go 1-1. I think I'm going to write down here. I think Bowen's going to score. I think Bowen's going to score, and I think it's going to be the opening goal. So I'm going to write down also next to my prediction, Bowen goal. If you have any other predictions onto that as well, Reece. I'm going to talk about FPL as well, because who can be our starting FPL fantasy Premier League players this weekend as well. 1 second, I'm just going to get a chat in. Someone has started chatting into the thing. Of course, my laptop freezer's done it. Here we go. I will get to that chat in a second. Whoever has put the chat in, but my laptop has decided to do that. Hi, Dave and Reece and chat. How are you all doing? Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Liverpool vs Spurs, Eubank versus Ben, and undercard fights. Thanks. Absolutely, yeah. Eubank against Ben tonight as well. That's just about going ahead as well. Eubank getting the weight for that.
I'm going out later to watch that. I'm going out later to watch that. So
I'm definitely watching that. Absolutely, definitely watching that. Eubank against Ben is certainly going to be one, I think, for the ages. I've been looking forward to this game for this fight for a long, long time. So it's a brilliant sporting weekend. Eubank versus Ben, and also Tottenham versus Liverpool tomorrow. Prediction: Liverpool FC 3 and Liverpool prediction: Liverpool 3 versus Spurs for tomorrow's game. 3-1 could be 3-5 there. Abdul could be 3-5. What are you predicting there? 3-0. But I presume you're going 3-0 there for Liverpool. Next game in the Premier League, obviously Brighton West Ham. So we've got contradiction sort of scores there so far. 1-1, 2-1, 2-1, 1-1 in our first couple. But we are getting around the same sort of vibe on each one. Right, this one I think we're going to agree on this result. Certainly the result. Yeah. The scoreline, maybe I don't know. But so Newcastle Ipswich.
Comfortable Newcastle win. Comfortable.
Yeah.
Comfortable.
How comfortable?
4-0, I'm going to go for me.
You know what? I was sort of going down the same line as you, 4-0. Yeah, I'm going to agree, absolutely agree with that. I think it's 3-4-0. I am going to go for it. I think they'll run right today. I do. I think the way Newcastle play and the way they've knuckled down to get that Champions League spot, they're absolutely flying right now. And even Murphy's playing out of his skin.
Their last result as well, obviously, they lost against Aston Villa, but beaten quite comfortably. So I think they're going to want to put things right and get back to winning ways. And plus, they're going for the Champions League as well. I just think they've got too much as a team. They've got too much good players. It's night and day between them and Ipswich. I just think
And they've got too much at stake as well to just throw it away.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'll go 4-0 as well. So both going 4-0. This is where I think FPL tips come in. Because FPL, I hope you have got Isaac in your FPLs, guys. I hope you've got Isaac in your fantasy Premier Leagues, because this guy should be captain today. Absolutely. And I've also added Murphy into my team as well this week, because I think Newcastle got the best running in terms of the top 4 races, in terms of Chelsea, Forest, City, and does Arsenal include in that? And Newcastle, but I think Newcastle's got the best one, so I've put Murphy into my team as well, who's classified as a midfielder on FPL. So, yeah. Anything tipped in this? Do you think Isaac will get a brace at least? Hat-trick, potentially?
I think he's going to score at least one, but I wouldn't be surprised if he scores a brace.
Yeah, I'm going to go that, Isaac brace.
But I do think there's other players that could score as well. Murphy, one of the midfielders, Bruno Gomes or Tonali. But yeah, I think it's going to be.
It was actually between Tonali and Murphy for my sub, the one that I made in for fancy.
Okay.
But I put Tonali in originally, but then I thought, why don't I just put Murphy in for like similar sort of money, and he's playing sort of up front. But Tonali's been bagging, hasn't he? He's been scoring goals.
So do you have both of them in your FPL?
I've got Murphy and Isaac.
Okay, I've got Tonali and Isak, and I've just changed Isak's captain because you've just kind of brought it to my attention. I thought that's a no-brainer. So,
captain, yeah.
I've already got him in the team, but I had Salah as captain. I've put Isak as captain. Salah as
I think it was my vice captain now. I don't know if I changed. I put Iwobi in, you see.
I've put Salah as vice captain just for I think he's going to score on Sunday. I think.
I think he's going to get the winner. I hope it is someone like him.
Score or assist something. I think he's definitely going to be involved. I think so. Yeah.
What do you think about the heavy interest in Dean Huijsen and Miller's Kirkis for 40 million, and both Bournemouth and Richard Hughes former club? Abdul, I don't know if you've watched the video I did yesterday. I put out a video about 7 o'clock yesterday. I did a little edit. I thought I'll do a different sort of video. Instead of doing live, instead of doing recorded stuff in front of the camera, I thought I'd do a little edit and speak about the free transfers that we could potentially make this summer. And Huijsen and Kirkis with both of them. I think I priced Huijsen at 60 million, I think I put. But he's got a release clause, I don't know why. I put 60 million. But either way, I did put Kirkis at 40 million as well. But it's going to be hard to get them both. It might do. Reece thinks we might do. But it will be hard to raid one club for their both too much, their star players. It's quite difficult, that. They can really ask a lot for us as well. They want to make up the money with Bournemouth. Let's go on to the next game then. So Newcastle, Ipswich, Southampton, Fulham. So already relegated Southampton against Fulham. Southampton are giving up, aren't they?
Wait, yes and no, but they got a last minute draw last week against West Ham. They were losing that game and they were able to pinch a draw, and it was quite a good goal. More or less, yes, you would say they've given up, but that game potentially may suggest otherwise. But,
I say they're giving up, mate. I don't know if they've even started to give up. You've got to be doing something to give up first.
The problem with Southampton, for me, they've had a change of manager too many times this season. So for me, that always messes that rhythm, because then you've got a different manager that comes in with different ideas. So then he might decide, I don't want this player playing, I want someone else. So I want to change the tactics or the style of play. And then also, that's not been consistent enough with results. Obviously, you can't expect a team like Southampton to lose against the big teams, but when you're playing teams around you in that relegation mix, especially at home, you've got to be trying to pick up the 3 points. And they've had a few wins, but they've not had nowhere near enough at the end of the day. So,
probably the worst team I've seen come up.
I'm gonna go Fulham to win for me, but I'm gonna go 2-1. I think Southampton will score, but I'm gonna go Fulham. I'm edging towards Fulham to get
I
a
agree with the Southampton goal. I think they will score. I think just playing for pride alone, I think they
yeah.
might grab a goal. They need to do it for the fans. They need to play some sort of pride here. I'm going to go 3-1 Fulham for me. Like I said, I put Alex Iwobi in my fantasy team this week. I think I put him as vice captain as well. I think so. But yeah, Alex
Oh,
Iwobi's the one right now for
yeah.
me.
Awobi's in my team. To be fair, he's not captain or vice captain, but he's in my FPL.
I bet we've got pretty much the same team. Salah, Isaac. I got Tonali there. I think I've
Uh,
got him in field now.
uh,
I
oh,
made a big mistake with adding a couple of like Man City players in. Foden was the worst fucking signing I ever made. This guy kept putting on bench, getting putting on bench by Pep Guardiola. So he was getting the points, 2 points when he was coming on, but not enough time to do anything on the game. And he also cost me 4 points there to get him out. So yeah, never again with Foden. Right, next game. Oh yeah, I've put Iwobi down next to mine, so I think Alex Iwobi will get a goal today. Certainly. Wolves Leicester. Pointless game, but should be
uh,
a win for Wolves, surely.
yeah, I think a comfortable win for Wolves. I think Leicester's similar to Southampton. I'm sure that game against us last week confirmed that Leicester's relegated now. So
Yeah, they're done. Yeah.
just hasn't worked out for Van Nistelrooy. On a separate note, I saw, is he leaving at the end of the season?
He's gone. They sacked him.
Yeah, see.
They
So
sacked him last week, yeah. I don't know who's taking over that.
see, I think that's a mistake. I think they should have allowed him to go with them in the championship. Let him put his spin on things. Let him kind of work with them. Maybe get some players in, because I think he would have brought them back up. I think a lot of the time with these little teams, it's all right to have expectation. I understand the standards, but I think some of them, their standards and expectations are a bit delusional in terms of for their club. I don't know what they were expecting him to do when he came in
Yeah,
there.
that's what I'm thinking. Do you think they were already relegated at the point when they brought him in?
Yeah,
He could have got a couple of results,
I
but
think he had. I'm not saying he couldn't have, but I think he had too much to do anyway, as it is, and it's just.
yeah.
You know, I would have still given him another season in the championship, but yeah. I'm going a comfortable Wolves win. I'm going 3-0 Wolves. I'm going.
3-0 Wolves to Reese. I'm going to go 2-1 to Wolves. I think they will win. I also like Kuna will probably be ag if I'm honest. I think Sariba's playing very well. Is it Sariba I'm thinking of? He's playing very well, and Larsson's been playing very well. Say Kuna's been missing a bit, hasn't he? Larsson's playing up front has done all right. To be fair, I don't think he'll be dropped today. Yeah, I'm going to go 2-1, but I think Leicester again playing for pride like Southampton. They've got to play for some. Do you think Jamie Vardy will get managerial job? Is officially leaving? Is he retiring? I don't know if is he retiring. I haven't really watched the video that I did. Is he retiring or is he just leaving Leicester?
I think it's leaving, but obviously it's still up in the air. It hasn't been confirmed where he's going. But I think it's leaving. The last time I checked.
Right, let's get the next game then. So that is the 3 o'clock today. There's no 5 o'clock kickoff today because the FA Cup's on today at 5:30, I think it is. So Bournemouth against Bournemouth against Man United.
Sorry, that was
I think that laugh sums up.
Yeah, that sums up United.
I think it sums up what you're about to predict as well.
Well, I love it. Long may it continue. United in the dumps. But I'm gonna go Bournemouth win. For me, I'm in, but I kind of see potentially a 1-1 draw, but I'm gonna go Bournemouth 2-0. If anyone's gonna win, I think it's Bournemouth because they're at home. I know they're not in the greatest form as they were towards the first end of the season. The first end of the season, they were kind of flying with their results. They've kind of slowed down a lot on results.
Where are you going to go? 2-1?
Yeah, actually, do you know what? Yeah, 2-1.
2-1.
I still think
I'm going to go.
Liking them to score.
I'm going to go. And this is not just bait. This is not taking a piss out of my idea. This is for real, actual prediction on this. I'm not just doing this just to piss United fans off. This is going to be 3-0 Bournemouth. And I'll tell you why. Man United have got a Europa League on Thursday.
So they're prioritising.
We saw last week that they dropped players for that specific game. I think they'll do it again. I think they'll drop players. I think Amorim has, from what I've seen in the last 2 months of Premier League football, Amorim, I think he gave up on Premier League ages ago. I think the decisions he sometimes making down the Premier League is like, he's just like, I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less. He literally has put his eggs in one basket as Amorim. United players might not, but Amorim has. And fair play to him. Why wouldn't you? At the end of the day, most of these players, they didn't want here anyway.
Yeah.
He didn't want them at Man United. So if he wins that Europa League with Man United, that's a big achievement, by the way. As much as we're saying, we're laughing at Man United how shit they are. If Amorim wins, that's a big achievement for him personally. So I think he will put all his eggs in that basket. Therefore, I think he'll drop players tomorrow for Bournemouth, and I think Bournemouth can blow teams away. If they hit form and against a Man United team that's probably not played together for a while, I think they can blow them away. So I'm going to go 3-0 Bournemouth. And again, another player that should be in your fancy teams should be Semenyo. He's in my team. I don't know if Reece has got him in his team, but I've had Semenyo for quite a while in my team.
He's not in mine. But no, wait, actually, sorry, he is. Sorry, he's on the bench.
We've got the fucking same team for like 1 or 2 players here.
I
need to know your team. Right, who have you got up front then?
I just had to double check. I've got Wood and Isak.
Isak and Wood. Well, we've got the same team. I've got Isak, Wood, and I had Mamouche, but I think he's on the bench now.
Okay. On the bench.
I do have Salah in midfield. I do have.
On the bench, I got Semedo. I got Joe Pedro.
Yeah, Pedro. Yeah.
I got Gabriel. I had Gabriel in, but because I haven't looked at it for a while, so he's injured in it, so I just had to swap him for.
I'm going to say I thought you put João Pedro in this week to West Ham.
I think. No, I think he's. If you go and look at, I think he's injured. He's got a red.
All right. Yeah. So did he get a red?
Let me see what it says. Suspended, yeah.
Yeah, I thought he got a red. Yeah, I thought he did. Who do you like? Mbeumo, Kudus, or alternative options for left wing?
I like
Kudus. I'd play him like right wing if anything. He could play cross-guarded though. I think Kudus is the one for me out of them two.
Both players, but this might surprise people. If we were able to get one and I was able to choose, I had the power to choose. I would choose Mbeumo.
Would you over Kudus?
I think Kudus is. I think Kudus is the better player, but I think Mbeumo. I think people don't give him the credit in terms of as a player. I see a lot of our families kind of say, then they wouldn't be moved by Mbeumo, but I think he kind of slots into that role as in to be the backup to Salah, to be the long-term success. I think he's got those attributes in terms of the pace and running that play. See how Salah used to play when he first come taking players getting him behind? I think.
Yeah.
So for me, if I was to that's it.
Another question there, Ardol. Gibbs White or Eze in that 10 position? I think Eze will certainly be out of bounds. Gibbs White again, English tax. We ain't paying that.
I think both.
It would be nice to get any of those though.
Both good players. If I had to pick one, it would be Eze.
Oh yeah, if I'm choosing one out of those two, and that's not disrespecting Gibbs White's unbelievable. Morgan Rogers another one in terms of Premier League tens.
Yeah,
for me, I like as well. So yeah, but I do count players like that out because we just won't pay for those sort of players, unfortunately, especially Premier League. Eze's been ripping up Premier League for a few years now. Imagine the price of what he's going to be when we lost to Lissy as well to Bayern Munich. Right, next game is going to be. I'm going to go on to now. Obviously, our games the 4:30 kickoff tomorrow. So I'm going to go on to the FA Cup games, Reece. So you got Palace against Aston Villa today. Aston Villa against Crystal Palace. What a game that is! Semi-final FA Cup, 2 informed teams. That's a tough one to predict.
Cracking game, I think. I think that's going to be a close game as well. I don't think that's a comfortable win for either team. I think that can go either way for me. But I'm gonna lean towards Aston Villa 2-1. I'm gonna say, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Crystal Palace 1-2-1 as well. But I'm just leaning towards Villa for me.
Villa are the better team. Villa 2-1. You're saying that for Villa. Villa are the better team, but I'm just feeling Wembley. I'm feeling Wembley, and just a cup moment. I think Palace have a final on their hands. I think the way they've gone about this season, the way they're on form now, and again the other night against Arsenal. They went down twice, came back. I think they're feeling that vibe at the moment, Palace. But I think it'll go to extra time. I think Palace will win it 2-1 extra time. I think it'll be 1-1 after 90 minutes, and Palace will win 2-1 extra time. For the winner, bookmark it, save this position, viral clip it. If you want to clip it up, absolutely clip it up. The winner in extra time is going to be Mark Gahey.
Okay. Interesting.
Header from a corner.
Interesting.
So I'm going to go 2-1 after extra time. 2-1 after extra time.
Okay.
And Mark Gahey header to win it. It's gonna be that Dan Burn moment, against us. It'll be like that. Abdullah coming in with who do you think is Gyökeres? Who do you think is a lack of options? Gyökeres or Vetugu, Beref, Sesko? Do you think Isak is out of our budget? Yes. That simple answer for the last one. Yes. Well, he's not out of our budget technically. Liverpool can afford anyone in the world. It's just what we're given. That's the question.
Yeah.
And if we were to buy an Isak, that'd be the whole transfer budget gone. So therefore, we'll buy another ones. But realistically, Liverpool Football Club should be able to buy an Isak plus more. A bit like the Bellingham situation. We should have been able to afford Bellingham plus more. But, yeah. It is what it is. It is what it is. Right, Forest and City.
Oh.
Forest and City, Reece. Another good game.
My heart, yeah. Obviously, I want Forest to win, innit? I think with my heart, but my head is saying City. I just think the experience, and they've been in that position before in terms of semi-finals. I know Guardiola knows what it takes to get over the line, and this is their only opportunity for a trophy, considering how average Man City's been this season. I think Man City edge it 2-1, but like I said, my heart, I want Forest to go through. I do want them to go to the final, and they're at home, so I don't think it's going to be an easy game. I think
it's at Wembley. It's be a Wembley, won't it?
Semi-final. Yeah, my mistake, but I do think it's going to be a close game. I don't think it's a comfortable win for either team. I think it'll be a good game, but I'm going to edge City because of that experience, and they know what it takes. They've been there many times, and Guardiola, obviously, this is the only trophy that stayed for them to kind of to make it a better season for them, So, yeah.
I think because City have to win it, I think they will. Forest, obviously, semi-final of the Cup. Champions League, I think, obviously, they wanted to get Champions League. City want to get Champions League football as well, but Forest have it harder to get Champions League football. They've got a squad not for Champions League football, if that makes sense. So I don't think they will be bothered, but you know what I'm saying? They'll be more bothered about getting Champions League a little bit. I don't know. They will, obviously, the fans and stuff, because winning the Cup is more than Champions League to most teams.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they'll want the FA Cup final, but I just think it's hard. It's really hard, this, because City obviously had the better team, but not this season. I think City, because they have to do it for the sake of the club and the sake of Pep Guardiola, I think they will do it. I think they'll have it too much for Forest.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not taking away from Forest, because Forest have had an incredible season. Semi-final of the FA Cup. I'm hoping they do it. I'm hoping they get to the final and go on and win it. And if they go on and win the FA Cup and get Champions League as well, what a season. And I speak that for both Forest and Villa. Because if Villa win FA Cup, Champions League football, and what they've done in Champions League already, what a season.
Yeah, that's an improvement from last season as well.
What a season. Unbelievable. But yeah, I'm going to go 3-1 to City.
Okay.
I think Forest, like you said, like you yourself said, I think they will score. I think just the sheer pace they've got that breakaway. Yeah, I think they will get maybe even 3-2. I'm just going to stick with 3-1. I'm going to go from gut feeling 3-1 to City. Right, the big one. And obviously, like I say all the time on Premier League predictions, later on we do have a live match preview at 6:30 for the Liverpool game. So a more in-depth preview of this. This is just a scoreline prediction of Liverpool Tottenham. Go on, Reece. Liverpool Tottenham.
You first.
You know what? We've been playing poor, really poor, right? But Tottenham are that shit. I don't think it matters. But then again, Leicester is shit, and it did matter. I think that Tottenham are that bad defensively, and the crowd being the crowd should be tomorrow. I think we've got to get at least 2 goals, at least. I'm going to go 3-1 again. I'm going to stick with 3-1 with that.
I'm thinking.
We've got 3-1 Liverpool.
Okay. Yeah, 3-1. I'm gonna go. I was thinking
You got
4.
3-1 as well.
I just think because how we've been playing. 3-1.
Yeah,
and
that's what puts me off slightly. But because Tottenham are that bad,
yeah,
especially defensively. But then Leicester are. But I still think Tottenham will score just because they've got players to score. Leicester had chances against us and didn't finish the chances. So and I think Tottenham do. They'll finish at least 1 chance. So yeah, Liverpool 3-1, and the winner is going to be it's going to be Kanate.
Ooh.
Kanate is going to seal it anyway. He's going to seal it.
So what are you saying? A header from Konate? Is that what you're saying?
No, 40-yard volley. Yeah, header. No, it'd be either a header or be a scramble in the box from a corner, and he'll knock it in. But I think it will be Kanate. But random. If you've got a random thing that you're going to say as well.
I don't. In an ideal world, I'd love it to be Gomez to get the winner, but I don't see him getting.
He's not playing, is he? He's not going to play. He's not going to be fit until.
Yeah, see, so he's not even on the bench. I don't see him getting any minutes. But if I had to pick a winner, who we got there midfield?
You can just pick something random in the game. Arnold Slot to take his shirt off.
Arnold Slot to do a Klopp and run down the touchline.
Oh, I love that. I love that prediction. And to put Slot run down on the whiteboard. So let's go through our predictions before we do leave you guys. Chelsea game probably has started now, 5 minutes in, I presume. So yeah, we both went Chelsea, Everton. First game we predicted. Reece predicted 1-1. I predicted 2-1. Brighton, West Ham, 2-1 to Reece, 1-1 for me, and I predicted a Bowen goal. Reece and myself predicted 4-0 to Newcastle against Ipswich, and we both predicted a Isaac Grace. So make sure you got him captained in your fancies. Too late by now, anyway, so it's pointless of me saying that. You better have him captained in your fancies. Southampton, Fulham. Reece went 2-1 to Fulham. I went 3-1 to Fulham with an Iwobi goal. Wolves, Leicester, 3-0 to Reece, 2-1 to me. So both predicted Leicester to get beat, already relegated. Bournemouth, Man United, 2-1 to Bournemouth for Reece, 3-0 to me. I think they'll batter them. Villa, Palace in the FA Cup semi-final, 2-1 to Reece. I think 1-1 in normal time, 2-1 to Palace in extra time. So Reece went 2-1 to Aston Villa. Forest, Man City both went. Man City wins 2-1 to Reece, 3-1 to me. And the final one, we both agreed on the Liverpool Tottenham game tomorrow. It's going to be 3-1 to the boys. But Reece's prediction, Slot to run down the line like Klopp, and my prediction is Kanate to seal it, to make it 3-1. Thank you everyone watching. Like I said, make sure you do subscribe to the channel, like this video as well, help us out massively. And join us at 6:30 tonight for a live match preview for Liverpool versus Tottenham, where we will have our party hats on and our celebrations in the ready. So make sure you join us. Get some popcorn for tonight's live preview at 6:30. Get your notification bells on because